you're not one of these guys that were getting arrested, getting in trouble, getting into fights. Like, there wasn't a bunch of drama associated with you. You're not dissing people on records. You know, even the Kodak Black thing, how you explained, was just, not even a real thing. Yeah, man, you were just a straight and narrow rapper.
Yeah. I like
musician.
I like making music, making people laugh, having a good time, going to cookouts, stuff like that, man. Putting on some cold shoes and not getting them stepped on.
Yeah. Well, and here you are facing, the most serious situation in your life right now.
But I mean, you gotta think about it like this. They killed Martin Luther King. They killed Malcolm X. They hung Jesus up and beat him. So who are we to say what we will and what we won't have to face? Nobody told us that tough times and hard times was over and finished. Nobody told us the world was fixed. We're not the first people to go through nothing that we're going through. Whatever we're going through, people before us went through it for us. They went through it before us. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't look at it personal. You understand what I'm saying? I know I serve a higher power that he give me a type of confidence that nothing on earth can't really bother me. You feel what I'm saying? I have my days, but all I got to do is get on my knees. When I get on my knees and get close to where I'm supposed to be, I just got that feeling I know I'm untouchable. And I know at the end of the day, I never did nothing wrong. I did nothing wrong in the entire situation. You can't find not one step of nothing that I did wrong.
Well, I mean, the way you made it sound, the fact that you don't have a plea deal on the table right now, there's no court date, there's no nothing, it makes it sound like they're just trying to, I don't know, I guess pray for something might come up later on that they could actually help their case, which sounds like there's no real case. So at least you could look at that, but, still going through that and having that hang over your head every day, I could only imagine the pressure that you're going through.
Yeah, nobody should have to go through nothing like that, especially if they was only protecting themselves and fear for their life or somebody around them.
Yeah, and I've interviewed a number of people who killed people in self-defense. Interviewed the baby.
Okay.
How was that? What's that?
How was that?
It was what it was. Someone rolled up on him, at a Walmart and pulled a pistol on him. He was with his family, and he did what he had to do. I would have done the same thing.
Hey, man, you don't want to get in an unfortunate situation. You just pray that you can be safe when you leave your house, man. You got a lot of crazy people out here. You got people that will do you harm, people that don't care about life, period. You feel me? And then you got a judicial system. Let me tell you something about the system. I want to tell you something. This is how a grand jury convict you. So they're going to talk to the grand jury on their behalf, not on your behalf. They're going to put evidence in front of the grand jury and say, Vlad walked outside, slapped the lady, kicked the lady and punched the lady, and got in his car and drove off. What they are not obligated to do is to say that Vlad got out of his car, a lady punched him, kicked him, cut him with a knife, then he punched her, kicked her, and spit on her and got in his car and drove off. The grand jury who is convicting us, the grand jury who is indicting us, they are not obligated to give the evidence that will clear us. They are only obligated to show evidence that will hang us. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
We are still living in a Jim Crow era. This is a racial system set up to kill us. It's crazy. Louisiana is the only state, and one of the only states, that they just had to change the law to where now they got to have all 12 jurors saying you guilty before they can convict you. They just changed
before that.
They just made that the law.
What was it? It was majority. It was a 7.
They just made that the law.
Wow. Yeah.
Louisiana.
That's how you get hung juries everywhere else. If one person out of the 12 says no, I don't believe he's guilty, then it ends up being a mistrial and a hung jury, and you have to start all over again.
They just making this the law. It's
Wow.
crazy.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Boosie has been a regular guest on my show, and he was on death row at one point.
I heard Meek Mill say he doing a lot of criminal reform. That's somebody need to pay attention to that. The way that they are indicting people, we're only showing the evidence that will only indict them, and they can possibly have evidence that will clear them, but they're not obligated to show that. They can't do that. That's crazy. Somebody got to change that law.
Yeah. I mean, if you think about the way it should work, is that if you're trying to get a grand jury indictment, well, then the police should go and present their evidence, and then your lawyer should present your evidence, and then so they can see both sides before making the decision.
You're not even invited.
Yeah, you're not even invited.
You're not invited. That's like me going to your mama and you stay in your room and I'm finna go tell your mama everything you did, and you can't come out here and say nothing for yourself. And then she gonna make a decision based on what I say. You ain't finna get to speak your side of the story. So at that point, the trial don't matter because you already had basically a pre-trial to pre-convict somebody.
Right. And then to make matters worse, 95% of the cases don't go to trial because most people just plead out.
Exactly.
Because they'll tell you, okay, look, you're facing 20 years, but take this 2 years, even though you didn't do it, but take this 2 years to avoid the 20. And most people take it.
Crazy, bro. That is crazy. That's crazy. We got to do something to change this system, bro. You got Hurricane Chris, A-Bay, hand clapping Halle Berry. I'm a good guy, man. We just got a bad system. And it's I mean, you know, maybe God do what he do to choose who he choose to lead what they need to lead to make changes, you know. However God need to use me, I'm here for that.